Okay.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here back with another video, the Impact Over Income show. And we have our guest here, our special guest, which goes by the name RJ Ahmed. He's a very, very successful, marketer, entrepreneur. He has been able to interview over $300 million worth of entrepreneurs and, business owners on his podcast and on his YouTube channel. And I believe he has a lot of experience when it comes to reaching out to influencers and people that are really making a great impact in the world, and how to reach across to them and have an interview with them just to pick their knowledge and pick their brain. So I believe you guys are really going to learn a lot from from his conversation with me today. And I look forward to having a very, very productive conversation to really bring value to you guys and really learn a lot from RJ himself. So RJ, how's everything going, man?
Going pretty good, man. Super excited to get back to work mode. I had exams going on,
Oh,
for a couple of days back. So finally got free. Finally trying to get back to work mode. So yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, cool. Are you studying university? Are you studying university?
I'm still in university out there. I call myself part-time student and a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just curious. What course are you studying?
So I'm studying bachelor's in computer science.
Oh, wow.
I have zero interest around that at all. But I just joined, 3 years back. I didn't know like it's not gonna be of any use for me.
Yeah, because me, I'm studying business administration at the moment in university.
Still, like whatever the university teaches, even in business,
Yeah.
it's not going most likely not works in the practical life how the actual
Yes.
business works. It can teach
Yes.
you the basic stuff, but it don't teach you the actual implementation about the stuff.
Implementation. Yes. And most people that teach it, they're not really successful business owners anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's awesome to have you here. So yeah, I would just like to just start off and by asking you, just to share kind of like your backstory, how you got started in the online space, what your journey was like, and just really share that with my audience so that I can really learn a lot from you.
Yeah, so the people who really don't know me, I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. I've spent my whole life over there, lived there about 18 years or so. So the people who are living in Middle East love their 9 to 5 job. They're not kind of into entrepreneurship at all because they are kind of living in that particular bubble. So they're good to go. They're living a good life according to them. So I was in that particular way as well. I was teaching tuition with my mother. I was making around $100 a month, which
Wow.
was pretty great for me at that time because I was super young. I'm still young now, but I was
Yeah.
even younger then. But I was spending money on things like PlayStation games or mobile or these type of like liabilities out there. I didn't have an investment mindset. I had a mindset about, okay, I'm gonna get a degree, I'm gonna get a job, and this is gonna be exact same life how it's working out at the moment. So all of those things were my exact mindset, but things started to shift out. In 2017 we moved to Pakistan for the first time. It was a completely different environment, different culture, different people out there. It was really hard to adjust at that point. Later on, uh, uh, once my college ended, I was trying to get my admission in the university back in 2018, but I haven't got my admission in the university, and my cousin got it. So there was a lot of comparison factor going on. Like she got the admission in the university, I haven't. Like
Yeah.
I'm free, and so like all of those things out there, especially when you're living in Asian countries or like in tier 3 countries out there, most people could possibly relate to it. So I was free for 6 months. During that time, I saw an ad on Facebook around Shopify. So I had a bit of an idea about what Shopify was around e-commerce and all of that. But this time, since I was free, I was like, okay, let's do more research. Let's see how things work out. All of those stuff out there didn't started out because I was desperate. It started out because I was free, and it happened all of a sudden. So during that time, I started to do more research around e-commerce, drop shipping, and all of that. It found me intriguing at that point, and I was like, okay. I started my store, and I was like working on the products, adding all of the stuff, and then I thought about how I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, so if because in Pakistan we don't have Stripe, we don't have PayPal, we don't have any
Wow.
of those resources out there. So I was like, at the end of a day, for anything we're trying to do, we have to get paid. So that was kind of a hard thing for me at that point. But then, there was a guy, Sebastian Gomez, who's from Costa Rica. I
Yes.
saw his videos. He was explaining about like how to create Stripe for non-US citizens and all of that. So it helped me out. And for making Stripe, I paid $126 for forming LLC and all of those stuff out there. And it was the only money I had saved. So when I started out, I didn't took the money from my parents at all. So any young person out there, I don't recommend you doing it, because if you're
Mm.
taking money from your parents, it is not a positive pressure. It is a negative pressure out there. Okay. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go to zero, I'm gonna go with my own money. I'm not gonna take money from my parents at all. So I took my money, I started my Stripe account, finally got my Stripe account, went on, and then I realized I need even more money because I have to run subscription ads and all of those things out there as well. So during that particular time, I did a post on Instagram like, hey, if anyone is interested in investing in my company, let me know. So there were some of my friends who were also my tuition students as well. They were like super interested, and I explained them the whole process. I told them, hey, we're gonna make money, this and that. So they were like, okay, that's cool. So they paid me $200 for 30% equity of the company. So they took the 30% equity and they paid me $200. I was like, cool, let's make it happen. So
Mm.
I launched my store on Black Friday 2018. So about like more than 3 years or so. So when I launched my store, it didn't work out. And wrong products, wrong targeting, wrong offer. I was like, why it's not working? The reason why I had that assumption is because of the gurus who were in the space, where they were teaching about you just need one ad, one this, one that, and everything gonna be working out. You're gonna make 6 figures a week, 7 figures a week, like this easy. And that's how they create that perception. And I was
Mm.
thinking about that thing like, hey, I have to put the store up, I have to put the ad up, and I'm going to be making money. But the reality was super different.
Yeah.
So the e-commerce stuff didn't work out pretty well for me, but I was selling products here and there, but it wasn't a sale, because a sale is something when you're selling to someone who's unknown to you in the initial start. Later on, they become your customers. So during that time when I was selling e-commerce, I was selling to my friend, family, relatives. So that wasn't a sale at all. So on January 2019, I joined Clickfunnels. I got into Clickfunnels world and everything out there. I joined under Paul Motley. Paul Motley is a Clickfunnels Dream Car winner. When I got in a call with him, he was the very first guy I got in a call who had native English. So English is not our first language. So especially if you don't know how to speak English, and then you're speaking English with a native person, we can brag about it in front of our friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know English. Yeah, we know how to speak and all of that. But we know like how much we know about it. So, but Paul was super kind, super helpful. He was helping me out in figuring out this ClickFunnels stuff and all of that, because my intention was to promote ClickFunnels as an affiliate. There was a lot of hype back then promoting ClickFunnels as an affiliate, like a lot. So it's still even now, but like not like that much hype for promoting ClickFunnels as an affiliate. So at that time I was still struggling trying to promote ClickFunnels as an affiliate, but didn't I haven't made any sale. But on March 9th in 2019, there was a guy who needed Facebook ad scores. And I was like, hey man, I'm your guy, let's talk about it. So I was in my hostel. I got on a call with him for probably 2 hours, and I was explaining him this and that and this and that. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna give you this course for free, which have $500 of value if you buy one funnel away challenge. And then he was like, sounds like a good deal. I'm like, it is a good deal. So he hung up the call. He asked me the affiliate link. He bought one funnel away challenge, and bam, I made my first $100.
Wow.
So for that thing, that was a game changer for me, because it was my very first sale. It was $100, which is also a pretty good amount of currency in Pakistan
Yeah.
as
In
well, around
Pakistan,
like
yeah.
yeah, it is 15,000-16,000 rupees. It is actually what I spend for my whole month, which I made in a day. So for me, that
Wow.
was a game changer. I was like, okay, if I
Wow.
can make it in a day, I can make even more, because now it feels
Yes.
like, hey, it's like even if you make $1 for the
Mm.
very first time, it shows that it's possible.
It's possible. Yes.
So for me, that was the breakthrough of it. Like, hey, it's possible. I can put my time, effort, and everything to it as well. So I started to put more time and effort and all of the other stuff. So it took me the first month, I made around $300 out there, which was still pretty good amount of value over here. And then like it took me like probably 2 to 3 months to make my first $1,000. And then I started to realize what value is. Value is giving your time, money, resources, anything in exchange to help other people. So when I started to understand the term value, what I was doing at that time, I was helping a lot of people in Clickfunnels group, like commenting on every single post, for any particular question they have, like not like general spamming, but like real commenting, helping them out. Like I wanted to be everywhere so that people feel like, hey, I'm the person helping them out, so that they can go in and buy from me. So that's how I made my first $1,000. And like from next 5 to 7 months, it took me like to get my first $10,000. And yeah, that's how things transitioned. So that's my story.
Wow, that's a very, very amazing story. So to those of you who might be watching this, ClickFunnels is actually a software company that is, headed by Russell Brunson. He's a very successful marketer and entrepreneur. He helps a lot of business owners build sales funnels for their businesses to sell their product, their services, and their expertise online. So that is what Audrey is really talking about here. So wow, and it is a very, very interesting journey, because there's something I've learned from Russell Brunson. He said that if you can just find the people you can help and give value to them upfront, they'll be more than willing to pay you a lot of money for it, because people only pay you for the results that you can get them. They don't just pay you because your product is awesome. They pay you because they know that this person is going to deliver on what they're promising. So that is a very, very amazing, amazing, amazing story. And I'm sure you guys are learning a lot from RJ's story, because I know even here in Nigeria, you don't have access to Stripe, PayPal. So you have to use things like Pioneer,
Yeah.
Flutterwave, and so many other things like that to just go around it. I don't know the reason why they don't want people from Pakistan, India, or Nigeria to have access to it, but you know
Yeah.
that there's other ways that you can use to just work around it, and I'm sure that's what you're able to do and do successfully. Awesome. So that's an amazing story. I would just like to ask the second question. These people that you're able to
Mhm.
reach out to, these 7-figure, 8-figure, influencers and entrepreneurs, when you got started, what were some of the limiting beliefs that you had to overcome? Because I know there are some people that are watching this, they might be struggling when it comes to reaching out to people that are very, very successful. Maybe they are coaches, because most of my audience are coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs in general trying to build a successful business. So they might want to collaborate with people like that, but they might not know how to go about it. And they might be having some limiting beliefs. How were you able to overcome those limiting beliefs when you wanted to start reaching out to these people?
So the very first limiting belief I had was like they're not humans, and it's gonna be something that is vague or something like that. But
Yeah.
everyone have these type of perceptions. But if you understand one thing, at the end of the day, they're humans. They have human feelings. They have human interactions. If you think about it, anytime you're gonna interact with them, you're gonna interact with them in a humanly way. So you have to think about you have to actually think about if you're meeting them, like right now we're in this online space, interacting with all of them on Facebook or other social media platforms. Think about if you follow someone and then you want to interact with them personally,
Mm.
so you try to nurture them somehow.
Mm.
So the intention of it is nurturing them first. So for me, I was fanboying everyone. The people I followed, I fanboyed. When I started out, I don't do fanboy stuff now. I respect them a lot, but I'm not like, oh my god, like, because I've learned something out there, which is you have to respect them. You have to be excited, but you don't need to be overexcited.
Yes.
Because then you are someone who is just a fan, just a person who is a fan, and who is like just getting attracted, nothing else. And the second thing which is important is you have to be a person of value to other person,
Mm.
whoever your dream guest is or whoever your dream 100 is. uh, you have to be a person of value, and a person of value doesn't mean that you have to do it monetarily.
Yeah.
You can do it in any way possible. Any humble value can be known to them. They're gonna realize that you're doing something, even as little, it's gonna make sense. So Yeah, so I had done a couple of interviews before I did my official interview. So my first official interview was with Spencer Makeham. If people who don't know who Spencer Makeham is, Spencer Makeham is a seven-figure affiliate marketer, one of the top affiliates inside Clickfunnels. He made over
ClickFunnels,
$3
yes.
million with Clickfunnels alone, which
Wow.
is crazy. So when I started with Clickfunnels, promoting it as an affiliate, I saw Spencer Makeham and I was like, dude, this dude is crazy. He's making a lot of money, and he's humble, he's ethical, and all of those things. So I really wanted to have Spencer Makeham on my show. So during that time before I got Spencer, what I was doing, as I said, I was doing the exact same thing. I was trying to help Spencer as much as possible, directly or indirectly.
Mm.
So for me to do it, I have to make sure like whatever I'm doing, he can see that as well.
Wow.
It doesn't mean that I'm bragging about it, but he should notice that I'm doing something. So what I
Something.
was actually doing is I was in his group. I was helping either his members out
Mm.
or somehow directly or indirectly him out as well. Either in comments or some way or the another, in order to make sure he first of all feel like I exist. So
Mm.
for any random person, you have to create your existence first. And mm, existence is something you can create from anywhere. You don't need to be like, if a guy like me who are living in Pakistan can do it, where people have a different kind of set of perception for that. If a guy like me can do it, anyone can do it. Because there is no location problem now. Location problem is already excluded from the factor. If someone say, let's say, from Nigeria, I can do that, people are doing it. So that is already out of the window. So you
Yes.
have to create your existence, provide a value directly or indirectly. That's what I did. I was providing value to Spencer, and then you have to ask.
Mm.
If you don't ask, the answer will always gonna be no.
You'll
So what
never
I
receive.
actually did, yeah, you never receive because you never asking anything.
Yeah.
You have to ask. You're
Mm.
not gonna ask, the answer always gonna be no. So most of the time, if any person I got on my show and I've asked question around the dream 100, every time, uh, they said the exact same thing. You have
Mm.
to ask for it.
Mm.
If you don't ask, the answer will always gonna be no, because none of them is gonna be dreaming about, oh, he helped me out a lot and I should message them out. Some of them will message
So
you
they are very busy
out as well.
people.
Yeah, they are busy people out there. Some people gonna message back you out like, hey, how we can help you out and all of those stuff, but not every time. If you're serve and you haven't asked yet, there was famous line in traffic secrets: dig your well before you're thirsty. So if you already dig your well and you're not thirsty yet, that's fine. When you get thirsty, you have to go and ask for it. So you have to ask. So that's what I exactly did. When I provided at least the amount of value out there where it could make sense for me to ask. So I messaged Spencer and I was like, hey man, I'm starting my first show, my first official show. I want to have you as my first official guest. So he said, like, man, I would love to be the part of your show. It's Funnel Hacking Live. It was actually Funnel Hacking Live 2020, the pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it after Funnel Hacking Live. So I waited 2 months
Wow.
before I got Spencer back, because I was like, I'm gonna get Spencer as my first guest on the show, and I'm gonna wait. I don't want to have any other person. So when the Traffic Secrets launch actually happened, then I got the opportunity where I got Spencer on the show. And even I said to him, like, hey man, I'm gonna buy the trilogy box set from your link. I need 30 minutes of your time, And he was like, hey man, I owe you this time. Here's the link, book me up. Don't buy trilogy box set just because you were supposed to book me up on the show. But I was like, man, I said that. I'm a man of my words, I'm gonna buy it. So I booked him up. I still bought the book because I wanted to make sure what I said, I'm gonna maintain it.
Yes.
If I wouldn't said that, then I wouldn't maintain that. So
Sure.
I've said that I have to maintain it now. So I went on, I bought the trilogy box set. I got Spencer on the show now. So this is how I actually booked the guest. But when I got Spencer on the show, this is what I said in the start of this question. I was overexcited. So I was like, oh my God, this is exciting. This is awesome. If you ever checked out that interview, you're gonna realize that. If you haven't checked out that interview, just watch my very first interview with Spencer Baker. So I was super excited. So I felt like I really messed that interview up. And after the interview ended, I felt like, oh, Spencer not gonna like me, Spencer gonna hate me, and all of that. So these are like one of the ways for you to overcome these limiting belief that, hey, location is not a problem. Where you are is not a problem. On what condition you are is not a problem. If you are a newbie is not a problem. What the problem is, the way you're providing value to the other person, and then how you ask for it on the other side. So when you do it in this way, and then when you do it repetitively, it's gonna work out.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that. And something that I really caught from what you
You're
said. You
welcome.
said, nurture the relationship, because I think one of the mistakes I made was that I might just send a cold DM to an influencer, and I'll just get ghosted. But something I've seen is when you try to have like a conversation with them, try to learn more about them, see if there's something you can help them with. Probably you notice they have a thumbnail on their YouTube channel that's not really that good. You can just tell them, oh, I designed this thumbnail for you. I think it's better. It's going to help your brand stand
Yeah.
out more. I just wanted to just really help and just give value. And they'll see that, they'll be like, wow, this person really wants to really help me. And they can end up hiring you to be handling their thumbnails, or maybe their video editing, or their graphic designs. So yeah, that is something that is very, very important. So nurturing that relationship that you eventually ask, because Gary will say, jab, 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 right hook. You don't ask, you don't receive.
Yeah.
And this is something that I see a lot of people struggling with, coaches, salespeople, people are just starting out their businesses. If you're in a conversation with someone, maybe on a sales call, you don't ask the person, would you like to proceed forward, to changing your life, to doing this program? If you are waiting for them to always say that, some people are always afraid to say, what you want them to say. So you have to just ask them and just push yourself out of that comfort zone, so that I can really get what you're looking for. So that is very, very, very important. And I want to appreciate you for really, sharing that with my audience. And to those of you who don't know Spencer Mitcham is a 7-figure affiliate marketer with Clickfunnels community. He's a very, very successful YouTuber as well. So you guys can definitely check out his channel if you're looking to just do affiliate marketing by the side. It's basically selling products for other people or other companies. So that's basically what affiliate marketing is in a nutshell. Praise God. Awesome. So the third question I just wanted to ask is like, who are some of your biggest mentors and role models in the entrepreneurship space or the coaching space? Who are some of your biggest mentors and role models?
So, okay, so here's the thing. For me, so what initially happened with me out there, it was I would count on for every mentor. I'm not gonna name obviously one person out there,
Yeah.
and I don't think only one person plays a role in changing your life. Uh,
Sure.
every person out there, every person, every mentor help you to ascend from one to another level. So it for me it matters a lot to mention all of those people out there.
Yes.
So and I always talk about it. If you ever see me doing a gratitude post ever in the past, I always like do a post where I mention all of those people out there one by one out there, depending upon the contribution they had in my life. But if you talk about on the foot size view out there, obviously Russell Brunson is one of those people out there who influence a lot, for sure. Because if we weren't the part of the community out there, these things weren't supposed to be happening up. So he was the part of it. Sebastian Gomez played a huge role because he actually kind of like got me into this like drop shipping stuff, and then transitioned me into this affiliate marketing somehow, and helped me to stay consistent indirectly because of his content, because he had the solution of those problems that I was facing at the time. And then Paul Motley, because he helped me out to stick with the Clickfunnels at the time. I got some pretty great friends during the moment, who were making 5 figures in affiliate commissions with Clickfunnels. They actually backed out because they wanted me to make my first commissions. So if they were seeing me posting comments somewhere out there, they see me like back out. But in a nutshell, if you talk about like the biggest, like the people out there are the mentors I usually follow. Obviously Russell Brunson is one of those one. If you know like Umar Elater, he's also a podcast host of the Passionate Few.
Yeah,
We've
I know.
interviewed over like 10 billion worth of entrepreneurs, but he's actually one of the guys that I follow a lot. And other guy, Alex Armuzi, someone out there I'm following a lot at the moment out there. uh, so yeah, like if I'm gonna nominate on the like way top level out there, these are some of the people out there I would nominate at the moment.
Oh, interesting. And I've learned a lot from Omar's channel, because I watched his channel, how it grew so fast. I was able to interview so successful,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs and business. I was like, how is this guy doing it? I was like, Wow, this is very, very interesting. And I think you did a program or a coaching program or a course on how to, interview these people. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I got if you ever been the part of the show, you saw like I got an opportunity to interview Umar on my show as well. So it was actually I'm gonna say like one of my top 5 to top 7 interviews that I've done because of the value bombs
Hmm.
he was putting up. He was putting up the value bombs of the personal mindset shift requires in order to make those things work out because he was stuck. He was an immigrant, he wasn't born in United States, so he had faced all of those problems, all of those challenges and everything, and he went on and faced that because it requires guts, it requires courage in order to make those things work out. So yeah, that really meant a lot. I talk with Umar, a lot of times. We are connected on Instagram, so yeah.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Thank you for sharing that with me and my audience. So to those of you who are watching this, make sure to first identify the kind of people you want to network yourself with. Try to see how you can nurture the relationship, give value up front, and ask for whatever you want to ask them for. Right? Maybe it's a joint venture, maybe it's you want to join the affiliate program. And there's one thing I've seen is
Yeah.
that if because the person I'm working with as a business partner, because I'm a business development strategist and I'm more into like, the sales, psychology, the marketing outbound process, right? So that's where I'm very, very, very good at in terms of reaching out to clients, following up with them, having sales calls
Yeah.
with them. So that's where I'm very, very good. So because of the relationship I've been able to build with one, 7-figure entrepreneur that is in my network, I just told her, I believe in what you're doing. She's really helping female coaches, female entrepreneurs get more clients for their business, for their coaching and consulting business. I told her I would like to partner up with you and so that you can be able to help more people. This is what I do, and I want to offer this to you so that we can partner up together and really make this work. And she was like, fine, why not? And because of that relationship that's already been established there, she was willing to partner up
Yeah.
with me, and now we're working together, really helping female coaches and consultants really scale their business to 6 figures and beyond. So it's something that is very, very important. Because what money cannot buy, relationship can help you buy, right? Because
Yeah, for
let's say, for
sure.
example, you might not have money, but you know Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to link you to other people that are within his network that can be able to get you some other things that you might be looking to get. And because you know Donald Trump, those people that are in his network will be like, oh, he knows Donald, and then definitely is a good person because Donald is a good person, right? Because I watched one of
Yeah.
your video where you said that some of these people reach out to you, said, oh, I've done an interview with Catherine Jones, she's amazing, and I believe she has something good to offer, and I believe you being a part of our network, you also have something to offer that is very impactful to the world, and I would like to just bring you on my show so that people can learn a lot from your journey. And people like, oh, he knows catering. And I mean, this guy is an amazing guy. That they'll be willing to check you out. Just for the fact that you know somebody in their network. So building relationships strategically is very, very, very powerful. Very, very, very powerful.
Yeah, 100%, 100% for sure.
Awesome. So yeah, let me just round up. Just ask, what are some of the, you know, things that are like the common patterns you've seen from these people that you've been able to interview? Some of the similarities you've seen from each and every one of them. I know all of them are different in a way, but there should be some similarities between them.
Yeah. So the very first thing is they are super consistent. They are actually consistent. And if you see all of those successful people out there, they're doing it from a long period of time. They are consistent. Some of them are doing it from decades, like, which is crazy. That's the first thing out there, that they are consistent to what they're doing. Second thing is they're actually really specialized in what they are working on. And what specialized mean is it's not like learning things at one time and that's it. It's like be really good at what they actually do and be confident about it. Okay. Third thing is they have the courage to take those imperfect actions out there. We as an entrepreneur, that's a common phrase in our space, like, take imperfect actions. But they are one of those core examples who have done that. The fourth thing which I saw is they built a cult, a culture of their own tribe, of their own people out there. So most of and this is a common pattern out there. If you see any person out there, guys like Russell Brunson, Catherine Jones, Marley Jacks, even Myron Golden, So like all of those people out there, they have their own culture, they have their own set of communities out there. So they've created their cultures out there as well. And the other thing which is kind of like super important out there is they know how to work with systems. They have teams, they have systems, they have all of those things in place in order to make things work fast. So like this is actually what I really believe are one of the 4 to 5 patterns. And the last one would be mindset.
Mm.
They always evolve their mindset. you know it doesn't mean that on whatever level you are, there's not going to be problems. I really like that quote by Alex Hormozy. When all the money problems got solved, the only problems that left is money, that money can solve. So it means like if all the problems that have been solved by money, the only problem that left is that is not solved by money itself. So even though everyone knows that there is going to be on certain level, there's going to be still problems, they are still evolving their mindset.
Mm.
Most of the people out there who are successful in the space have not have a full stop if they have a vision to it. They're going ahead, moving ahead, they want to change even more lives and things like that. If they wanted to be someone out there who want to make money and just live a laptop lifestyle, they can. But most of the people out there don't do it. They don't stop because they want to, now if they have done that for themselves, now they want to do for other people out there. So yeah, these are the common patterns which I see for most of the people out there that I interviewed. And every time it stays the same. Things might change here and there, but most of the time it stays the same.
Wow. Have systems in place, the mindset, because I notice a lot of mistakes most people make is that they are looking for the next technique to get this, the next strategy. The thing is, most strategies out there work. It's just the kind of mindset you have, because there's what we call the law of attraction. What you put out to the universe is what you're going to attract for yourself. If you have a negative mindset, you're going to attract negative results to you, no matter the strategy you use.
Yeah.
So the first important thing is the mindset. Build and evolve your mindset. And this is something I struggled with for a very long time in the past. Then I realized that most people that are successful keep saying the same thing. You need the right mindset. You need the right mindset before any other thing else. Because I was listening to an audio program by Kevin Trudeau, Your Wish is Your Command. You can find it on YouTube. Your Wish is Your Command. He talked about how powerful the mind is, that most people don't know how powerful the mind is. And it's part of the secret society. He's a very, very successful, business owner. He has impacted a lot of lives and he knows a lot of things. I told you, always focus more of your attention on the mind, He said it has been scientifically proven that your mind releases vibrations to the universe, and people in the universe also respond to that vibration. So that will determine the kind of people that you have in your network, the kind of people you have in your space, because of the kind of mindset that you have. So guys, very, very important, have your mindset first. Let it be evolving. Always, just like the way you feed your body, feed your mind every single day. Read books, study things from people that are very successful, that are way ahead of you, so that you can be able to get to that level of success that you're looking to get to. And build systems in place when you need to build systems in place, and keep building on your skills and things like that. So thank you very much, Audrey, for sharing that. And the only last question I just want to ask, because our time is fast spent, is if you could change anything about what you've done in your journey, if you could change anything, what would that be?
First of all, I'm not going to change anything.
Okay.
Because if I haven't done all of those things out there, I wouldn't think about transitioning into a different thing. So yeah, I'm not going to change anything out there, but still, if I would have done that, what I should have done was to get mentors fast. So because if I got because this is something like, you're in the time machine, you've already done what you're supposed to do. Then you're like, okay, if I go back in past, what's the thing I should fix or do early? It's like getting mentors. And I get that the reason I wasn't able to get some mentors at that moment is because of the situation I was in. That was actually one of the reasons, but still, if I would have changed something out there, getting mentors fast to get early success rather than figuring out, because I spent 6 months to get my first sale. because I was doing it all myself by
Yeah.
watching YouTube videos.
Mm.
So if anyone says like, I could learn that by watching YouTube videos, you can go ahead, but think about how much time you're going to waste.
And you never get that time
So,
back.
uh, yeah, you're never gonna get the time back out there as well, like 100%. So this is actually something out there. Otherwise, all of those lessons helped me out to transition to different
Yeah.
thing, and got me here. One of the most successful thing I've done in the past couple of years I've been in the space is doing this show itself, because
Mm.
it gave me so many opportunities, it gave me so many connections, it gave
Mm.
me so much exposure. It even got me an opportunity to speak alongside Peng Joon in Clickfunnels virtual event.
Wow.
So all of those things happened only because I was doing these shows and people now knew who I was. So I was watching all of those people out there. At one point, I was watching Steve Larson because of One Funnel Away challenge. I was watching Catherine Jones. I was watching Spencer Macon, Steve Larson, Myron Go, all of those people out there. If there wasn't show, I wouldn't be able to connect with them at all.
Mm.
So yeah, like in short, if I wanted to change something out there, would have been getting mentors fast. But apart from that, it's like no, I wouldn't change anything.
Wow, that is fantastic. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing this. Because most people don't understand. Very few people actually reach out to these guys for an interview. So you reaching out to them
Hmm.
makes you stand out a lot. And to wants them to like, oh wow, this guy think I'm amazing. Maybe I should just share my knowledge with his, with his audience, very few people. And what people don't realize is that this is more than you just doing the interview. One person can be
Hmm.
the reason why you'll be able to connect with other people. For example, let's say you're running a funnel agency or a marketing agency. The person you're interviewing might not necessarily need it. But if someone in his network posts on their stories, I'm looking for a marketing agency, do you guys know anyone? They'll recommend you. So it is more than that
Hmm.
person. It's wider than what we think it is. So that is the
Yeah.
reason why you must reach out to people, build relationships with them, because it is way more than that person you are seeing. The person might not need your services, your expertise, or anything from you, but you might know someone that needs it, and that's where you come in. So it is very important that we look to building strategic relationships. RJ, it has been an
Yeah,
amazing
for sure.
conversation so far. I don't want to waste your time. I'm sure you're very, very busy, and and I hope you're having an amazing time in Pakistan. You can greet people there from me. How do you guys say hello in Pakistan?
Like say what? Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, we say kya haal hai?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, awesome, awesome. So yeah, it's good to have you here. How can my audience learn more about you? Is there like, do you have like a website or anything that they can use to learn more about you? Maybe on Facebook, what platform can they reach out to you? How can they get your services on how to, interview with successful people? Because I think you said, I think you have a program where you teach people how to, reach out to people like this. So how can they learn more about that?
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Facebook. It's RJ Ahmed, and on Instagram, it's RJ Ahmed out there. And if you're actually someone out there who actually want to learn the process of how you can reach out to these guests, book them up, do a show, build a relation with them, and also at the end of the day, promote the products to them. Like literally, I launched this book.
Wow.
So I launched this book using the interviews. Not only
Wow.
that, but also the people who are the part of the book promoted the book as well.
Wow.
So if still guy like me who can do that, who had no knowledge, no relations, nothing like that,
Yeah.
was able to do that, you can do that as well. So if you're someone out there who want to do something like this, message me on Facebook, and we can talk, and we can probably get you in.
Awesome. Do you have a PDF of the book that people can get, or it's
Yep.
just the PDF? Okay,
So
so
yeah, so people can get the book out there. They can get the digital copy before they get the physical copy.
okay,
So yeah.
okay, so I guess you have a link for that, right?
Yeah, it's decadesindayesbook.com.
Okay, okay, guys. So I'm going to put the link to his profile, his Instagram, his Facebook, his book, and even his program that you guys, if you want to join, to be able to leverage relationships to your advantage, to your benefit for your business, to grow your network. I'm going to share that in the YouTube description of this video. So I'm going to get everything I need to get from him and just put it there so that you guys can just reach out to him and learn more about him and network with him if possible. So thank you so much, RJ, for this amazing interview. I've learned a lot. And I truly, truly wish you a blessed day. All right, take care. Bye.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.